What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jake Shavink here, and we are back finally with some more Packers draft pick breakdowns, looking at UCLA tackle Sean Rhyan in this video. Sean Rhyan, probably my favorite pick, actually, by the Packers in the 2022 NFL Draft, and we'll kind of get into why in this video and why he could be really a stable presence on the Packers offensive line. So you know the drill here: scouting report, film, and then we'll talk projection and kind of where he could play and maybe my thoughts on it as well at the end. So first off, into the scouting report here, and it'll pop up on your screen. The biggest things to look for him, I mean, the strengths: excellent hand placement. He can gain control and leverage very quickly, especially in pass protection. He has a strong anchor. He can handle the bull rush. He can handle speed to power. He's got good initial quicks to work horizontally, vertically. He can reach block. He can down block. He's flashing the ability to get to that second level. He's good hand usage. He can reset his hands well and really can maintain control against counters. And you'll see that when we get into the film as well. Smooth sets and pass pro. He's got good reachability, and that's kind of going to come into play when you talk about projecting him to more of a zone offense like the Packers run. He's got good functional strength that fuels his balance, and he can latch and drive on first-level blocks in the run game. Now, weaknesses, again, second-level landmarks. That's just something that needs to be cleaner, more consistent. Got to be able to get to the linebackers. Got to be able to sustain those second-level blocks as well. Just something where you kind of see guys undercut him a little bit, or he just doesn't react quick enough to guys making adjustments. There's just something, again, with more time, with more reps, and you go through it with Stenovich and a lot of that. I think that'll be ironed out a little bit more. He's got, does he have enough quicks? Does he have the fleet feet to seal off the high side rush with speedy, bendy rushers in the NFL? Obviously, it's a step up from what he faced in college, but, he's flashed the ability to do it. But it's a question mark because he's a bigger guy who a lot of people have projected to move inside to guard. And he does lunge a little bit. He waist bends on occasion. But overall, I really enjoyed the film. I did think he was more of a later second round type player. And I thought the Packers got good value. So let's get into now the film room on Sean Rhyan. All right, guys, now in the film room here with Sean Rhyan. A lot of reps to get through, and really you're going to be able to highlight most of the strengths here on film. So first up, obviously, you're just looking at him in pass protection, his ability to stay control. You see the defender looking at this hump move, trying to clear his arms, kind of forklift him almost here on a counter. Rhyan maintains control here and stays in front and does a real good job in pass protection. That's the ability to stay active with his hands. Make sure, again, when you're countering, that you have the ability to reset, keep those hands in tight, good technique. So here's against Kayvon Thibodeaux, who we know obviously went top 5. He's trying to bull rush. He's trying to speed to power. He's flexible. He's got good length. But Sean Rhyan stands him up, really doesn't give as much ground, and keeps the pocket clean for his quarterback against one of the pass rushers, if not the best in the draft. And here's a good rep of him in the run game against him. Look at the explosion here. Look at him maintain balance. Look at him use that inside arm to clear him out. He's cleared out of the play completely on Thibodeaux there. The ability in the run game for him to get out quick and make stuff happen. Here's the latch and drive we're talking about. You're going to see it disappear from the screen for a second. Latch, drive, and finish there into the ground. Again, at right tackle. So they did some unbalanced lines at UCLA where they had 3 offensive linemen right of the center. Here, again, it's just about sealing. It's about opening a gap up here in this power look. Look at the hand placement, the control, and the power, that functional strength to get this guy off balance, completely out of the play. Back over here at left tackle on the left side here. This is more of a bigger guy, bigger, stronger defensive tackle. A lot of people see why this is the move to guard and why it makes sense. Is just, again, swallows up the bull rush, stays balanced and in control the entire time. Another one here against a smaller rusher, guy who's going to be more quick. He tries the speed to power. Doesn't work. Good control, staying in tight on the shoulders, and just, again, sustaining that block for a longer play, longer developing play down the field, and DTR took a shot on it. Last one here against Thibodeaux. Again, it's a straight bull rush. It's speed to power. He's using that explosion, that get off. And Rhyan stays in control. Look at the balance. Look at the knee bend here. And just the control that he plays with long enough to keep Thibodeaux away. And I mean, he did a great job in that game. They traded some blows, but ultimately I think Rhyan had the better game. So here you go, a little shuffle out of his stance. And again, the ability to control on the outside here. He didn't get a lot of help. Defender kind of ran free on him, but he did a good job with his man sealing on that outside. This is B.J. Ojulari, who's a really good pass rusher, a guy we'll talk about a lot in 2023. Look at him try the dip move here. Rhyan does waist bend a little bit, but regains control of himself. See the knee bend. He's able to get back balanced here, and there's just nowhere to go. He's trying everything he can to get leverage. Again, there's a sack here, and ultimately Ojulari gets the quarterback. But again, Rhyan erased him on that rep. Okay, here you're going to see. This is where you got to be able to do this more. And you'll see this. He peering back, good vision. Get the second level guy, hit him hard. Got him on the ground. Again, the unit as a whole didn't have some great reps in this game, but Rhyan had a really good game against, again, good pass rushers. So here's a good rep here. Attack the stunt. Guy's coming across, erases him. Doesn't even give up ground at all in pass protection. And you'll see that kind of what he does on stunts is he picks it up really well. Again, this is a wide pass set. This 45 degrees is way out there. Anthony's going to try and bend the edge. Clear hands. And a lot of people say, oh, he got him. He beat him to the edge. Well, really, Rhyan drove him around the arc. And this is where, you look at how far back Thompson Robinson is on the snap, and you're like, okay, he got really wide and way too deep. And Ryan's around him enough where off the snap, this is basically further than 7 yards. If you can't corner at 7 yards as an edge rusher, you're basically erased. So if you're too far down the field, you're not going to do anything. And that's, again, where Rhyan did a good job there. Again, guy tries to win back inside, but the control he has, and we'll kind of back it up just a little bit, the control he has here with this inside hand to, again, erase that counter and keep him in control. This is a good rep here as well against Utah. And something where I like to see these kind of plays where, you think about, oh, if this was a longer developing play, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're running a stunt here. We're crashing and we're looping around. And you got to take care of the inside guy first. Rhyan has to help his man out because he doesn't get wide enough, and UCLA does do some wide splits. You'll see this guy looping around. Now, if this was a longer play, say the right tackle did his job. If this is a longer play, look at this peel. Look at him peel quickly. And if this quarterback's still in the pocket and he's drifting back, I think he picks him up here. And it's kind of reminiscent of Bakhtiari a little bit in his ability to kind of quickly turn, identify, and get into position. I think he would have, if this was a longer developing play, I think he would have done a good job in pass protection and actually prevented any pressure for the quarterback there. So here's some down blocking stuff where he gets horizontal, and we're going to take multiple players out here. And you'll see multiple guys end up on the ground here thanks to Rhyan. A good down block, and that's where you see that power, more of that functional strength when he's getting downfield. Again, one-on-one against a guy with good length too. Stays in control in pass protection, and he does it on multiple occasions here. This guy's got a lot of length, but this one, again, good drive. Takes him out of the play on a wider zone type of look. Good job there as well. Once again, handle length. And that's where, again, some of these long arm moves, and you kind of like, okay, well, Rhyan doesn't have the length to handle this. Well, here it is. Again, he gets taken for a ride a little bit, but he still maintains enough control to get that pass, to let the quarterback get the pass off clean. Last one here. Again, tries the long arm, but we're in control with this inside arm here. And Rhyan does a really good job in pass protection. That's where you kind of look at Sean Rhyan and you say, where does he play at the next level? And a lot of people say guard. And I think, and people have already commented this on the channel and other videos, it's like Sean Rhyan can be a really good guard. And I think potentially that could be where he lines up going forward. And I think the Packers might have that vision for him where he needs to lock down one of the guard spots. But right tackle still feels like open competition. And he's gotten reps over there in unbalanced lines. You've seen the initial quicks. You see what he can do in pass protection. He can erase the bull rush. And a lot of people talk about David Bakhtiari as a guy who kind of just is a bull rush eraser. And he had the quicks, though, obviously, in the technique and the ability to hold and sustain blocks and be good in pass protection for an extended period of time, right? But Sean Rhyan can do that as well. And you've seen him maintain control. He can handle length. He's quick enough out there. So I think you look at Rhyan and you say, yeah, personally, I would try him at tackle. I would give him either tackle spot, give him reps in the preseason where he can get some looks where you're running outside zone. You can see the reach blockability, you see the quicks, and show him there, power and gap both, that he can handle things in the run game while also being a dominant pass protector. He's got good technique, he's got good hand placement, and he plays good balance, and he plays with a lot of strength. And that's why I think Sean Rhyan can be a really effective lineman in year one and beyond for this team, and gives them stability and depth at the position. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Sean Rhyan. If you did, throw a like down there. Subscribe if you're new. Got a few more of these coming out, and then we'll kind of move into summer stuff. But a lot coming on the channel this summer. Hope you guys stay tuned for it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Farewell.